Few figures in recent history have been as divisive as Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. Once a young officer with revolutionary ideals, he went on to rule Libya for over 4 decades with a complex blend of charisma, brutality, and ambition. Gaddafi's life and legacy are marked by extremes, lavish wealth and ruthless repression, visionary projects and international condemnation. In today's video, we'll explore the rise and fall of Colonel Gaddafi, from his early days as a revolutionary leader to his eventual downfall during the Arab Spring. Gaddafi was born in 1942 in the deserts of western Libya to a family of Bedouins, a nomadic lifestyle that deeply shaped his worldview. In his youth, he admired Arab nationalist leaders, especially Egypt's President Nasser, who championed anti-colonialism and pan-Arabism. Gaddafi entered the military and quickly climbed the ranks, gaining respect as a disciplined and ambitious officer. His upbringing instilled a desire to reject Western influence and restore Libya's pride, setting the stage for his revolutionary ideals. In 1969, at just 27 years old, Gaddafi led a bloodless coup that overthrew Libya's King Idris. He declared Libya a republic. This was a popular message in a country where many had felt marginalized. His charisma and anti-Western stance quickly made him a hero to many Libyans and Arabs across the region. Gaddafi's rule was unique. In 1975, he published the Green Book, a collection of his political theories that rejected both capitalism and communism. He called it a third way, a blend of socialism, Islamic principles, and direct democracy. His vision was ambitious. He wanted a state where people ruled directly without intermediaries. Funding infrastructure, education, and healthcare, but he also directed funds toward international causes, supporting anti-colonial movements and revolutionary groups around the world, from Africa to Latin America. This earned him both admiration and hostility. To the West, he became a pariah, a leader accused of sponsoring terrorism and destabilizing regions. However, to some African and Arab nations, he was seen as a champion of independence and Pan-African unity. In the 1980s, Gaddafi's involvement in international incidents, including suspected support for terrorist attacks, led to a tightening of international sanctions. The 1986 U.S. bombing of Tripoli, ordered by President Reagan in retaliation for a Berlin bombing linked to Libya, marked a turning point. As Libya became more isolated, its economy struggled under the sanctions. This period forced Gaddafi to reconsider his strategy, and in the early 2000s, he sought to rebuild relations with the West, even agreeing to dismantle Libya's weapons programs. Late 2011, the Arab Spring swept across North Africa and the Middle East, sparking demands for democracy and an end to corruption. In Libya, decades of repression, economic hardship, and inequality ignited mass protests against Gaddafi's regime. His response was brutal. Security forces were ordered to crack down on demonstrators, leading to a violent civil conflict. The international community intervened, with NATO launching airstrikes against Gaddafi's forces. By October 2011, after months of fierce fighting, Gaddafi was captured and killed by rebels, marking a violent end to his 42-year rule. Today, Gaddafi's legacy remains deeply controversial. To some, he was a leader who brought stability, economic growth, and social programs to Libya. To others, he was a tyrant who ruled through fear, suppressing dissent with an iron fist. His fall left Libya fractured, leading 2 years of instability, civil war, and humanitarian crisis. Libya's story shows the complexity of power and the profound impact a single leader can have on a nation's fate. Gaddafi's life and death continue to haunt Libya, a reminder of the promises and perils of revolutionary leadership. Muammar Gaddafi's journey, from a young revolutionary to a controversial dictator, is a story of ambition, ideology, and tragedy. his rise and fall provide a stark lesson on the limits of absolute power and the consequences of a divided legacy. As Libya struggles to find stability, Gaddafi's shadow looms large, a reminder of the nation's complicated past and uncertain future. Thank you for watching. If you found this look at Gaddafi's life insightful, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us for more explorations of the figures and events that shaped our world.